Use the hashtag #WhatILearnedToday so we can reach out and touch you. The Daily Mojo.
So, Phil, you had another interesting encounter at the airport. I hear. I have not seen the post yet. Ron shared just kind of a preview. What happened?
Well, I went through. Had everything set. Went through the naked machine, which is the Leidos built. They call it automatic advanced imaging AIT system. Big naked machine. You have to hold your hands up, and it said we've got an alarm.
Brad
on
loves
your
those.
Crotch, the same thing. So I said, they asked me, do you want a pat down? I said, sure, but you can't touch my genitals. And so we got into it, and this went on for a long time. What was interesting is that the next two guys who followed me, same alarm. Then a woman goes through, no problem. A guy after that, same alarm. And I'm sorry, I was going to swear for a second there. The very nice, intelligent people who work at the TSA, who are incredibly educated and know all, refuse to check the machine or do anything other than to tell me the only way I could, get out of this is to allow them to, touch me sexually. And since I don't swing that way, I told them to pound sand, and I went and took a train. And it's funny. To get on Joe Biden's railroad, Joe Biden, who, he feels people up and sniffs them. You don't have to get felt up to get on Joe Biden's railroad. Just so you
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You don't?
No.
What's their security protocol on a train?
They treat you like a normal person, and they rely on the military and the intelligence agencies to keep us safe, like the tax dollars we pay.
Oh,
what a concept.
That's weird. It is kind of strange because we noticed when we were down in Galveston a few weeks ago, you cannot get close to cruise ships any longer. So if you want to, if you just are, if you're into cruise ships and you like to go to the dock and watch them sail off, you can't get out onto the dock where the cruise ship is because of 9/11.
Of course.
Because it's frustrating as hell. So
I want to say something about 9/11. I'm glad you brought it up. Think back, and I can't remember if I mentioned this the last time I had an incident. Remember why we got in trouble on 9/11. It's because the U.S. government had been working with a lot of people who were crazy reprobates for years, and when they were done with them, they discarded them like they were yesterday's trash, and they took out their revenge on us. If I had done that, I would have said, listen, I'm putting you guys up in 5-star hotels. We'll pay for it, and we'll make sure there's a guy with an AK-47 somewhere nearby in case you decide to do something stupid. They would not have been discarded and treated like that and leading them to become threats to our homeland. But they're telling us that we've got to pay for their wrongdoing.
Yeah. Yeah, people forget that we installed Saddam Hussein into power. We put Muammar Gaddafi in power. And it's, what's the old phrase? Countries. Is that your move alarm? Do you have to get up and walk for 5 minutes now?
No, so I have my cell phone tied into the computer so I can text you more easily, and spam decided to call me. My best friend, potential spam.
That's all right. But all of the, what's the old saying? Countries have no permanent friends, only permanent interests.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. So, you're absolutely right. So, well, I'm glad to see that you made it through in one piece, at least on the train. And I'm sad for the heartbroken TSA agent who didn't get to feel your junk because,
I know.
They went home and probably cried.
And they didn't like it when I told them what they were doing and that I wasn't going to let them do it. They thought that was uncouth. I think it's uncouth for them to do it. Well, hey, what do I know, right?
It is so bizarre because I had that happen to me. It's just weird because they tell you, hey, here's what I'm going to do. And then you say, do you want to go in a private room? No, let's just do it here. Okay. I'm into the whole voyeurism thing, pal. Go.
Well, you know what's interesting? As part of my research on this when they created this procedure in 2017, they informed law enforcement agencies that people would be contacting them suggesting they had been sexually assaulted. Now, I want you to think about that. You had people Get together and say, this is a great idea. And oh, by the way, the public might think they're getting sexually assaulted, so they may call the police, and let's tell the police. So not only do I have to fault them, but I got to fault a lot of these law enforcement agencies for not saying, hey, listen, we're not going to sit here and let you do that. If people are saying that, that's the wrong thing, and we'll come out and slap the cuffs on you, not the people objecting to it. And yeah, they did try to get a policeman to come over and intimidate me, and I wouldn't be intimidated by him either.
I would like to know how many things they have found in their junk rubbing. I mean, have they ever found anything when they've, up and down and this and that? I mean, have they found one thing hidden in there? Because what dumbass goes through that machine with, a grenade or a pistol or anything else stuck down next to their junk?
And frankly, if they did, if they were really looking to do something to hurt people and someone actually did try that, that's the time you set it off. Set it off right there.
Yes.
You'll kill a lot of people because they're all standing around waiting to be screened. You have the agents who don't have firearms. They don't have the ability to fight back. You don't even need to get on an airplane, kill a bunch of people right there, and move on. Or you'll be dead too, obviously, but you get the point.
The First Amendment lives here. Watch and listen at thedailymojo.com.